Hi everyone, it's Peter from Brew Better. In this video I'm gonna show you how to clean or service your steam valve if it has ever been refurbished or opened up. You can find another video about how to do the service itself. This is only about maintenance. Make sure to unplug your machine. However, you should not, you don't have to get into the internals, but that's the safest thing to do. And then remove your steam knob. It could be stuck, so you probably ended up removing the top and prying it off from the inside with the flathead screwdriver. But this one was fine. And you need a 5/8 or a 16mm tubular hex key. I'm not sure if it's the right phrase. Correct me in the comments if you know what it's called. Not the 17 but the 16mm I'm using. Just undo the lock nut. Don't let it fall into the machine. Yep, happy with that. And then get your steam knob, undo it. You heard the cracking noise, that's when the tiny brass collar break loose. What you need to do, you need to clean this surface, the cone surface of the spindle. You can either soak it into citric acid solution. I normally use 5% citric acid solution. Make sure if you soak in it, if you submerge in it, remove the O-ring, the internal O-ring. That's a BS008 size O-ring. If your valve did develop a leak around the spindle, that's a flag for a failed O-ring. So replacing that, it is gonna sort that issue. If your steam wand leaking, dripping, that means your mating surfaces are either dirty or worn out, so the cone and the internal valve seat. So it is an easy task to clean the spindle, but then you have a good access to the internals of the steam valve with a tiny brush. I keep using the brushes what I did receive with a stainless steel straw. I only have a dirty one here, obviously I'm not using this. So it's just a tiny brush. Soak it in citric acid solution and just clean it internally. Make sure not to lose the end bit or any major parts of the brush, and just keep cleaning it. Once you get rid of the scale build up from there, and also finished with the spindle, feel free to reintroduce it. I normally use food grade silicone grease on the O-ring. Just thread it back in. I like to go all the way in until the valve stops. Grab a tiny key and just tap the collar back to its place. I'm sorry, I don't have a hammer at hand. This is so unprofessional. Yes, it's flush with the end of the valve. And reintroduce the lock nut. This could be fairly tight. Remember, this is a safety feature to prevent you or any other user from completely undoing the steam valve. That would cause a bar and a half pressure of 150 Celsius steam escaping from the side of your machine. So remember the flat profile goes to the flat side of the spindle, and there is a tiny tensioner spring clip that goes to the curved side of the spindle. And that's all sorted. You should have a trouble-free steam valve for a few months again. Obviously it depends on how you're using it, whether or not you using filtered water or soft water or tap water or hard water, and also depending on how firmly you closing it. Over tightening it will lead to dripping more and more often. Thank you for watching.